Hello chess lovers, welcome to Star Chess Academy. In this video, we will try to understand why we should develop our pieces towards the good squares. With the help of the game, we will try to understand why the activity of the pieces are very important towards the good squares. So, let's start. White starts with the move e4, and in the very first move, black played the move knight h6, which is not sensible. This knight is not controlling these central squares. Well, this pawn is controlling the d5 central squares. White plays the d4 and look at the center of the white. White's pieces, I mean the pawns, are centralized and they are controlling the key squares, the central squares c5, d5, e5 and f5. And again black plays the move knight a6, which is not sensible. The knights on the edge of the board are very bad. Why? Because these are controlling very less squares, only 2 or the 3 squares. And about this knight is doing the same. So we can say that these two knights are not very well placed. And then white is continuously developing the pieces towards the good squares. So we can say that these 3 pieces are the good pieces and these 2 pieces are the bad pieces. And then black plays the move g6. Well, it is played to develop the bishop, and white starts an immediate attack towards the f7 pawn because the pieces are very well developed. And black plays the move e6, and you can see the holes in the black's camp, the e7 and the g7. All the black squares towards the king are weak, and white starts to move the pieces, and white develops the knight on the c3. Well, what is the purpose of knight to c3? It is a development move. The knight is supporting the e4 pawn, controlling the b5 square as well as looking towards the d5 square, and we can say that this knight is very well placed. Bishop to g7, okay, sensible. And white starts to develop all the pieces. As you can see, white is developing all the pieces harmoniously towards the central squares, towards the good squares, and then the move d6. And now you can feel the position. These two knights are very badly placed. Okay, black is feeling I'm developing my pieces, my bishop is developed, my knights are developed, but actually they are not, because they are very badly placed. And look at this bishop, there is no scope of this white color black bishop. Bishop f4, again the best move in the position. White is developing all the pieces into the good squares, and look at the pieces of the black, they are not harmoniously placed. Yes, these pieces are developed but not very well placed. So black castles, and it's the good time to attack because you can see the white's king is very safe and the black's king is not. Why? Because of this move h4. The move is very dangerous because now directly the white is aiming to play h5 to open up the file for the rook, and after some moves, if black plays very badly, he will be in the danger. And the bishop to d7, very passive development. So we can say that black's pieces are developed. Knight is developed, this knight is developed, this bishop is developed, this bishop is developed, king is castled, but at all these pieces are not doing great functions because they are placed on the very bad squares. And after castle, the position for the white is very plus because of the good development and king safety. Black plays the move e5. Black thought, okay, now it's time to attack. But white plays the move bishop to g5. Attacking the queen. Queen goes to e8. And it's time to attack h5 in the position. And black is not taking it very seriously. Black says, okay, I'm here to take your central pawn. White says, okay, my pieces are very well developed. My rook is attacking to the file. My bishop on c4 looking to the f7 pawn and also to the king. My bishop is looking at your knight. My queen is also looking at your f7 pawn. I don't care of the piece. My pieces are very well placed. It's time to create some threats. So h into g6. White is saying, okay, you can take my knight, but now my two pieces are entering near to your king. So bishop to g4 attacking the queen. Queen goes to g3 protecting the queen, and then black takes the knight. So what is the good move for white? Take your time and think. White to play and find a good move or the best move. Of course, bishop into h6 taking the knight. Bishop into h6, check, and then rook into h6. And suddenly you can see how the white pieces are into the action because of the good development, good pieces activity. And look at this knight. This knight is saying, hey, I'm on the holiday. I don't want to join the party. So bishop into e2 taking the knight. Again, white is not taking care of the pieces. White is saying, hey, take all my pieces. I don't care. Save the check first because my three pieces are looking at your king. I don't care. After king h8, the move which is very strong, that is rook to d5. So rook belongs to the open file. And look at the major pieces, both the rooks and the queen. White is ready to sacrifice the bishop. Black says, okay, I'm taking your piece. I have more pieces, I don't care. But white says, my development is good. My pieces are on the good squares. Look at your king. And I'm going to attack by playing rook g5. I'm ready to stop. I'm ready to checkmate you. And black says, okay, f6. My bishop is looking at the g8, but there is no way to stop the winning by playing the move rook g8 check, bishop into g8, and h into g8 is a checkmate. So what we learned from this video, from this game, we learned that we should try to put our pieces to the good squares. Our pieces should be centralized, not like the black's pieces. So it was the good pieces versus the bad pieces. So good pieces versus bad pieces activity. Pieces are centralized and controlling key squares, rooks are on the open files, bishops are placed on the open diagonals, knights occupy outposts where they cannot be attacked by the pawns, the king is castled and safe, enabling other pieces to coordinate, pieces work together harmoniously to achieve strategic goals. So all these points were followed by the whites, that is why white won the game. I hope you enjoyed and learned the concept of pieces activity. Please share, subscribe, and like Star Chess Academy. Thanks for watching.